A quick video on the PS Vita. Here he is at the PCH. Let's see, my model exactly is PCH 1101, and they're coming out with a new PCH 2000, which is a little bit thinner and a little bit lighter. I mean, it's not heavy. 3G model is just under, I think, 10 ounces, so it's less than a pound, but screen smudges really easily. Same with this touchpad on the back, you can see. I mean, when I first got out of the box, it was a lint attracting machine on my fingers all over it. It doesn't do it much anymore. 2 analog sticks. You have the classic X, square, triangle, circle. Your start and select buttons at the bottom right. You got a D-pad. The PlayStation button that was introduced with the PS3. You got a front-facing camera. You have your left and right, your volume buttons. This is for extra. This port here is for extra peripherals, which I don't know what they're for. This is for the game cards. Power button. Your left toggle and your right toggle. Then this touchpad on the back, this is a touchpad. It's kind of like the PS4 controller, except it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 specific buttons, and that's good for remote play because you only have one left and right. In remote, you have L2 and R2, and I have no clue why they didn't make these analog sticks click for an L3 and R3, but they didn't. So some games it changes on the game, like Assassin's Creed, L3 and R3 are on the screen, and this is just R1, and this is L1, and then R2 and L2 are the buttons. And then like in Killzone, this is R1, this is L1, then this is R2, L2, R3, L3. And I'll show you that when I start it up. It's in standby right now. You can hit the power button or just the PS button. This one has 3G through AT&T. I can add it to my mobile share plan for $10 a month. Maybe if it was LTE I'd do it, but with my iPhone tethering it's just not worth the $10 a month. I've gotten used to the interface now. Personally, I really don't like it that much. I liked the XMB style from the PS3 that they had in the old PSPs. Maybe it's a little bit easier to use though. I put all my games in a folder. Even when you don't have the card in, it still puts the games in here. Took me a while to figure out how to close apps. You do that. It has multitasking. You have up to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 apps open. So let's just do the PS4 link here. We're going to want to do remote play. Second screen is a new feature. You can do it with the PlayStation app on your smartphones too. This will take a second because the PS4 is off right now. Probably couldn't hear it, but I just heard it beep in the other room. I'm in the other room. The PS4 is not in here. It's in the other room. So this will take a few seconds. Charging port on this one is just a proprietary thing. It's got a headphone jack too. Memory card slot is on the bottom. SIM card slot is right there. It's got a full-size AT&T SIM card. It's actually pretty comfortable to hold. If you hold it too long without really moving, it kind of sucks. You can see the rear-facing camera too. The PCH 2000 version also has a micro USB port instead. I don't know when that's released or if it's released. Okay, here we go. So this is just the PS4 menu. I could go to the TV right now and it'd look exactly the same. See that little icon at the top? That's me tapping the back. And it shows which button I'm tapping. Now I'm going to say it doesn't always work perfectly, but it works pretty well. So all I have to do is I can start Killzone. I mean, the really nice thing about this is you have 2 analog sticks. Without that, this would be impossible. The PS3, since it had only 512 megabytes of RAM, you just could not do remote play with most games. So now the only problem is sometimes it's hard to read this stuff because everything's so tiny. But it does work. And it's really cool. And it's, you know, it's not laggy at all. I mean, it is. I was playing right next to the TV, and I mean the PS4 is on LAN, and this is on Wi-Fi. This has. I can't go back without having to reconnect, but you know, I'm not right next to the router either. I was in the farthest room in the condo, and the signal worked fine. It was a little spotty if I turned the wrong way because the signal is like negative 75 RSSI when I check it on my computer. But I mean, you can see how this is just not laggy at all. I have no ammo right now, but I mean, it's just, see, I'm hitting the L3 button, and that's the melee. So yeah, I mean, it's not laggy. You know, you can look around, up, down. I mean, it's awesome. It really is. It works very well. So it's quite a cool device. I can have a PS Vita game open while I'm doing the PS4 link because all the processing happens on the PS4. I don't know how they stream it, but all the processing happens on the PS4, so I can have a game open. You can only have one game open at a time otherwise. But it's just a pretty cool device. You got all your PlayStation Network stuff. I don't know why they didn't integrate it. This is why they need a cross-media bar, because you should be able to do trophies, friends, and all that stuff together. And this thing also needs a gig of RAM. It only has 512 meg. But see, it shows I'm playing Killzone Shadowfall on PS4, because my PS4 is on and playing that, which I have to turn off before I go to class. But G is playing Call of Duty Ghosts, and Razgriz is probably at work, but left his PS3 on Netflix. It'll also say, you know, I'm playing on PS Vita. It won't tell you that on a PS3, but on a PS4 or PS Vita like this, it will. I can leave these apps open. I haven't actually tried the photos. It's got party mode like the PS4 has. That was in the 3.0 update, I believe. And you can start a party. It's just like Xbox now. And that's one of the features that the PS3 was missing that I'm very happy it has. It's got a Maps app. I haven't even tried using that. It's got all my trophies. What's cool about the trophies is your PS3, PS4, and PS Vita trophies all are the same. So I can get trophies on the PS Vita and they add to my level here. So I'm level 11, 74% to level 8. So you can see the games I've played. And it says, see, there's Killzone Shadowfall on PS4. I just started that last night, so I haven't gotten any trophies. Little Big Planet on PS Vita. Killzone Mercenaries on PS Vita. Need for Speed Most Wanted on PS Vita. Which, by the way, the graphics are pretty good, but Need for Speed just sucks. And I don't know why. And The Walking Dead, Assassin's Creed Liberation, Welcome Park. Oh yeah, I gotta look at that. And it's got my PS4 games and Little Big Planet 2 PS3. Let's just look at the graphics real quick of the actual PS Vita games. Let's do Little Big Planet because that's what's in. You can see what cards inserted by that in the top right. These are your notifications. So we can clear all those. They don't have a way to just delete one, which kind of bugs me. So, you know, Sony's not the best at making software. There's a few glitches. If you have to download updates, the button pops up right here. The Killzone game has an 1100 megabyte update. There's no internal storage. In the PCH 2000, there will be 1 gig, but if you put a memory card in, you can't use it. That is really stupid. It really needs, you know, 8, 16 gig and expansion. Or they need to lower the cost of the memory cards, because the memory cards, the 16 gig full price is $40. The 32 gig is $75 full price. I mean, that's just crazy. At least use like micro SD or something. I mean, you just gotta be nice. That is just unfair. The touchscreen is very responsive, passive touch, you know. The only thing that bugs me about this is, I don't know if you can hear it, but that L button squeaks when you push it down pretty hard. And that bugs me, but you know how I am. I don't know what this proprietary connector is for. I'm kind of curious what expansions and adapters. The game cards are very similar to a memory stick. You can see the classic orange light like the PSP had for when it's accessing the card, so you don't pull it out while it's accessing it. You need to close the app before you pull the card out. I'm happy they stayed with physical media with this, just because with no internal storage of a worthwhile size, you really, honestly, you need at least 60 gigs. Oops, I hit the power button. So I don't know how well you can see this, but you can see and there's a lot of new touchscreen features. Little Big Planet now has touchscreen things that you can't use in the PS3. I'm wondering if they're going to use the touchpad features for the PS4. Oh, that's the other thing. When you're doing PS4 play, the whole touchscreen just becomes the touchpad for the PS4 controller. I mean, they really thought this through, and it works well. They didn't half-ass it. It works well. So that makes me happy. And card games work as fast as downloaded games. So, I mean, the graphics are not bad at all in this game, if you ask me. So yeah, I would throw Need for Speed in there and show you how they suck. I don't know why the graphics suck on Need for Speed, but it's in the other room and I have to go to class. So we can just kill these apps. I think it needs a little bit of work, but they did a pretty good job for the most part. So that is the PS Vita.